what we saw in this Holy Mass, or what was written in today's Holy Mass, we saw something very, something clear as we could stream or get what the readings for today says. Believe that in this our generation today, we live in what? In a democrat world, society, where where one who rules is called what? A president. In those times of Moses, God chose one to what? To lead. There is one who is called what? A judge. In those days, the priests are what? Are also judged. There's some tradition, like Israel, for instance, are what? Called what? The nation of God. Because of what? Their father who is called Moses. My father drank from this well. I know about my father who is Moses. Why can't you be obedient to your fathers? Why do you take your father for what? For granted? I don't think anybody can take his word, the word of the father for what? For granted. He said the word of age, or those who have laid aside. The wisdom God gave to you is what? Is the best wisdom that can never be what? Be matched. We must walk in tandem to God's own word, will. We must walk together in communion with the plans of God. I know about Father Abraham. Father Abraham, the blessing of our land. You give us the assurance of yourself in obedience to God. We are safe in His name, that is God. We are safe in His name of the Creator. We are safe in His name of the Creator. We are safe in His care forever. You are safe in His care forever. So what I say, it is God that chose what to represent. God chose Moses to lead His people of Israelites out of slavery. I believe before Rome became what? Not a religious country. I believe they have so many trials. They have so many things that they undergo. They pass through. And that is why in this Holy Mass for today, there is someone who God has commissioned to lead. God knows everything. Do not ask. Don't check. Don't do what? Don't look for any reason to give to God. God knows the reason why He never allowed this from Genesis, but He allowed it from what? From His own what? From His own what? Understanding. Don't you see Israel was called Israel? Two nations from this womb. One Jacob, one Esau. Two nations will be what? Two nations. God chose these people as what? As His own privilege. So that is why Rome, you look at the history of Rome, Rome became what? Glorious. Because God has commissioned one to rule. Look at the heirs of Rome and Italy, you will say what? Everything about them has what? Has rules and regulation. There's a consequence for everything. And that is why the law of the Father, anything you do, the land is what? The land is what? Lawful to act on that. And that is why in this democratic world we live in, we found that what? Religion is what? Is necessary. Before the coming of Christ, Jesus recognized the what? The tradition of the land. And that is why there's no one who will tell you that what? That he does not know what is good or what is right for himself. 8 days after Jesus was born, his mother took what? Him to what? To the temple to be circumcised. And that is why today his goodness was commissioned. Yes, was commissioned. That is why you must be obedient to God. Hear what God is saying to you. God chose what his goodness for the land of what? Italy and Rome. And why did God do that? God knows the reason why. I choose you for this because what? I know the best. Moses was chosen. Abraham was what? Abraham was what? Was lucky to what? To be part of what? God's own what? Love. Or God's own faithfulness. Don't find any reason. See it this way that God chose you to what? To bring what? To bring people to what? To the glory of his name. Moses what? Established the law. And that is why anyone who is leading people, you must be very careful how you practice your constitution. Your constitution. And therefore, this is only matters for today. What do we see? The culture of the fathers. St. Paul also practiced that. He was for the culture of the father. He was born of the land. But there is something you must know today. The fathers, what culture of the father, that there are some religious countries that their history do not what give account in similar way like that. There's a difference between what the culture of the land and the religion. There's some country that God loves so much, even though they have what they have there's one who rules them, but they can't do without God. He said, "Come out for me, you can do nothing. Come out for me, you can do nothing." Christ is what? Everything in all is the what? Is the what? Divine. God is the what? God dressed us. God's what? The Father is divine. If the Father can be divine, Christ can be called divine as well. If Christ can be called for divine dresser, God can be called divine dresser. They do the same thing. Without God, I don't think the people of Rome can live. Why did God choose that for you? You mustn't see others and look what they are doing. God does not choose. I don't believe what everyone recognizes what religion is, but I don't think if the land was not called a religious land, you could see that what God is reference.